Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2020 Taroscope. So what I do is I shuffle 8 cards off camera and then a ninth card off to the side. That is your overall energy. And then I use my other decks to clarify, and I have romance angel cards and notes from the universe, and that's kind of how I do my reads. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and even Mercury. I always say Mercury is extremely important to include. I hope this message resonates with you. If it doesn't, hopefully all of the other videos are up. It usually takes a bit for them all to upload since I record from my phone. And that's also why I shuffle, if I didn't say that earlier. That's why I shuffle some of the cards off camera, is because it saves time and it's less, stuff that I'm putting on my phone until I can afford a better setup to record your guys' videos. All right, so let's get into your read. Sagittarius. All right, so your first card, your overall energy, is the World card, which this being your overall energy for June 2020, I would say for some Sagittariuses, you guys are having a really overall great June 2020. And remember, sometimes it sucks when, the macro world is really in not a good place. And then if your micro is okay, it's all right. It happens. Just because you have good things going on in your life doesn't mean you can't be happy about them, I want to make that clear. But obviously, I hope you do have some, sympathy for what's going on in the world, and, but let's not get into that because this is about your read. So your overall energy is the World card, which this card is, it could be about many things. So it could be things moving more in your direction. It could be you beginning a new cycle. It's usually like good luck, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune in a way, where it's good luck, new things are coming your way. There could be moving, because the World card, you could be going out and seeing different parts of the world. You can even be going into something that is outside of your comfort zone, but in a good way. So some people, they might be learning new things. It could be that. You could come into a new job, new friendships, new relationships, better work situations. It's kind of things are spinning in your direction, and it's all really good. That's your overall energy. But I do think there are some bumps along the way, obviously. So this could be something that you have just recently finished dealing with, or are coming out of dealing with. Okay. So you do have the Moon card in reverse, which the Moon card can represent a Pisces. If you don't have Pisces placements or aren't having any issues or, romantically, whatever, work-wise, friendship-wise with a Pisces, then this card is about secrets, mysteries coming to light, but it's in reverse. So in reverse, to me, it's either there is a secret or some type of mystery you're trying to, get to the bottom of, and you haven't quite gotten to it yet, or you have and it really sucks and it's not something you wanted to hear, not something you wanted to know. And it could also be for maybe the person you're dealing with, this could be how they're feeling. They could feel like there's something you're not telling them, or they find out something about you and they don't like it. And I just want to say, sometimes there's people who are trying to see what's going on with the Sagittarius, cross watchers, if for those who don't know, that's the term. So sometimes I could be picking up the cross watcher energy, the person who's maybe secretly checking for you. I could be picking up their energy and they could be completely messing up your guys' read, Sagittarius. So just so you know. So the next card is the Six of Swords in reverse, and swords do represent air signs, which would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you could be dealing with air sign. You could have air sign placements. If not, this is about not being able to move on. So either you can't move on, the person you're dealing with isn't moving on. It could be a work situation. It doesn't have to be romance, because I know not everyone wants a romance read, but I know a lot of people want a romance read. So either way, romantic, platonic, whatever, this is a situation that someone involved cannot let go, cannot move on. You're stuck. It's their stuckness. There is no moving on to calmer waters, because upright, this card is about moving on to something better, something more calm. Just things are, you're moving on. This is stuck. There is stuckness. And I think because of that, so again, you have the Queen of Cups, which cups do represent water signs, which would be Pisces. So you got the Pisces card already. Cancer or Scorpio. If you aren't dealing with water placements, or you don't have water placement sign, I would just say that you could be dealing with someone who's maybe a little bit bitter and nasty, or you're feeling bitter and nasty because of something. But I want to say, if you are actually dealing with a water sign, with this card being upright, I would maybe say that it would be the positive sides of a water sign, which, you know, they could be very like emotionally nurturing. They're emotional. They express how they feel. They could be very lovey-dovey. But, you know, they could be clingy and things like that. Or you could be clingy and things like that. But if not, I would say that there is definitely maybe some bitterness and upset kind of feelings going on. Okay, your next card is the Sun card, which can represent a Leo. But either way, this card is like about warmth, childlike, whether you need to be more childlike, the person you're dealing with needs to be more childlike, or just you're having so much fun, like you feel like a kid again, or the person you're with or dealing with, like they're having so much fun and feeling so good that they kind of feel like a kid again. It's really just about allowing joy. You could already be experiencing this joy, but it's definitely like there is joy, there's warmth, happiness, fun. Could also maybe be kids involved. You could be in a situation where maybe there's a baby coming along the way. If there's not a baby along the way, there might already be a baby. What else was I going to say? Or kids could be, you know, a topic here going on. Maybe the secret is that you have a secret kid, or the person you're dealing with has a secret kid. I don't know. But the next card is the Page of Pentacles, which could be about an earth. So it could be an earth sign. So some of you may be dealing with an earth sign, which would be Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. If you're not dealing with an earth sign or don't have earth sign placements, this card is someone has like a message they want to give you, or an offer potentially. But because I feel like earth signs and just pentacles too is just a very slow moving energy, like especially much slower than swords and fire. Water even moves faster, you know, than earth. So I would just say, if you are getting something for, it could be someone, now it doesn't have to be an earth sign, but it could be someone who is just very much like, I need to take my time before I offer someone this thing. This could be you. You could be taking a long time to maybe accept someone's offer, or, you know, you are taking forever to offer something to someone because you want to make sure it's right. That's the energy I feel like. You want to make sure it's the right thing. But since it's upright, I do feel that it's going to be received well, or you're going to receive it well. It's going to be a good thing. Then you have I'm always bad again. 6, sorry. No, wait, that's not 6, is it? Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I knew that wasn't 6. Sorry. You have the 7 of Wands, which Wands is fire, which you guys are fire, Sagittarius. The other 2 signs would be Aries and Leo. So I already know you're a fire placement, but if you aren't dealing with another fire sign, I would definitely say this is about putting in hard work. It could be creativity wise. You're like, maybe you have a lot of creative projects you're really working hard on. If it's not creativity, it's just there's a lot of hard work being put in. It could be hard work into a relationship. It could be hard work into friendship. Hard work just, going to work. It could be hard work exercising, trying to eat right, have a good skincare routine. Maybe you're trying something new with your hair and you're really working hard at it. There is hard work being put in. Okay? With the next card, though, the Nine of Swords, I feel like there's a lot of anxiety and worry, over worrying, being up at night thinking, overthinking about things. You could be really over worrying about, like, am I putting in too much work, or are they putting in too much work and I'm not putting in enough work? It could be something like that. You could be worrying about something entirely differently, and that's why we have After Tarot, because we're going to find out. And the next card is the Strength card, which can represent a Leo. So again, if you aren't dealing with another fire sign, especially a Leo, this is very much like the Strength card is either saying that you or the other person you're dealing with needs to have strength, or reminding you that you are a strong person, you are capable of accomplishing so many great things, you've got this, keep going, it's gonna work out eventually. Like, you need to just hold on to hope. So hold on to hope. Now let's clarify. So far, your guys' read was not as, like, I don't know. I feel like Leo and Aries, I can't remember. I've already forgot, like, how the air signs read went. But, like, for Leo and Aries, I think theirs was very much connected. And it was just like, oof. I don't even know. If you want to watch it, you can watch both of them and see what I mean. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's find out why you have the World card in your read. Why does Sagittarius have the World card for June 2020? Yeah, your guys' read is so much, I don't know. Even though it's like, hey, you might be worried about some things and you're kind of stuck and not really going anywhere, your read still felt a lot more like, maybe just because I'm only in the beginning of it, didn't feel as intense as freaking Leos and Aries. Gosh, Leos and Aries, I felt like I had to be like, now, you deserve better, or you shouldn't be treating people like this. Like, it was very much that. Okay. Why is the World card here for Sagittarius for June 2020? This is what popped out. Okay. Ooh, so you have the Queen of Wands. So, Wands, again, represent you guys. So, I try not to do too gender-specific things, but if you are someone who either is more attracted to feminine energy, or you identify more with feminine energy, I would say things are going really well with someone who might be a fire sign who has feminine energy. If not, either way, I feel like there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion. It could be a newfound passion going on. It could just be you really feeling yourself and being in a good place where, like, things are, like, that's maybe why, things feel like they're coming your ways, because you're in such a good place overall. Or you're not letting things get to you. You're not letting things burn you. Okay. Why is the moon in reverse in this read? Why? Oh, that already wanted to fall out. The Queen of Swords. So, yeah, you could have had some issues with an air sign. If you didn't have an issues with an air sign, I would say that if you already know what the secret or message is, you probably need to really evaluate and think if this is a person or situation that you need to cut out from your life. Okay? Or you already know the secret or the thing that you need to know, and you're like, nope, cutting that out. Like, you've already decided to cut it out, which is a good decision. I feel like that you're not going to crumble too hard under that secret. Okay. Why is the Six of Swords in reverse for Sagittarius? Yeah, you guys have a lot of... It's being clarified by the Six of Swords again. That's hilarious. And I was going to say you guys have a lot of swords coming up now. So, the Six of Swords in reverse, clarifying. I think it's kind of like, yeah, you may be stuck and stagnant for a while, but I think you are going to be able to move on. It's not, I don't think it's a short, I think it's a very short-lived, sorry, I have allergies. I think it's a very short-lived being stuck, not being able to move on situation. Why is the Queen of Cups in this read for Sagittarius? Why we got the Queen of Cups? Sagittarius. Okay. Got the Ace of Swords. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of thoughts being shared. A lot of movement maybe going on. Maybe you are moving around. That makes it hard. You could be moving around from relationship to relationship. Someone you're dealing with could be moving from relationship to relationship. It could be you are moving from city to city because you have maybe a job that keeps you kind of moving. And because of that, maybe it has burned some relationships. If not, I do think there's a lot of thoughts going back and forth. I just don't know how well received they were. It's very interesting. All of your clarifications are swords. Are you dealing with the air sign? Or you have air placements? Okay, can we clarify the Sun card for Sagittarius? Can we clarify the Sun card for Sagittarius, please? Let's clarify the Sun card for Sagittarius. Can we clarify the Sun card in this read for Sagittarius for June 2020, please? Sometimes it, like, don't be wanting to come out. Okay, there we go. We got two. Well, you got your own card. So your own card is Temperance, which I feel like, yeah, you are in a good place. You are in a good place, or it could be asking that you need to have patience and balance. Your next patience and balance. The next card that is clarifying the Sun card is the High Priestess in reverse. So even though like there's some like good and fun and warmth going on, and maybe you really are in your spot, you're still maybe not trusting your intuition. There could be a lack of trusting your intuition. Not maybe, yeah, I think that's what it is. You're maybe still kind of not really trusting your intuition, which could be why you have the Nine of Swords. All right, let's figure out why we got the Page of Pentacles. I already wanted to fall out, which is the Seven of Pentacles. Which the Seven of Pentacles to me is always about like being really proud of your hard work. Be like, look at that work I did. So someone can be really like proud of an offer they gave someone. So it could be you or the other person you're dealing with. Could be really proud of an offer that was given. You don't necessarily have to accept it, or they don't have to accept it, but they're like proud of it. Or you work so hard to offer something to someone and you're just like, either way, you're very proud of it. Can we clarify the Seven of Wands in this read? I don't know, your guys' read just feels so much lighthearted compared to... Alright, so your clarification for the Seven of Wands is the Devil in reverse. So if you are dealing with a Capricorn, you might be having some rocky issues. If you're not dealing with a Capricorn, I would say you are coming out of a situation that was potentially toxic, you know, tempting and seductive for all the wrong reasons. But you're coming out of it, and I think you're working really hard to, like, be in a better place. You're working really hard to, like, maybe you were the toxic person. You're putting in the work to be better, is what I think it could be happening. Or someone else is working to be better so that they can be what you need. Okay, why do we have the Nine of Swords in this read? So, you have the Death card, which could mean something is coming to an end and you know it. So it could be this situation here, like you know it needs to come to an end, but you're still kind of nervous about ending it. Or the person you're dealing with knows it needs to end, but they're not like coming forth. Or you could be dealing with a Scorpio and you were just freaking worried about a Scorpio and trying to understand them in their mysterious ways. Because the Death card does represent Scorpio. Okay, and what is going on? Why do we have the Strength card here at the end of this read for Sagittarius? Why do we have the Strength card for Sagittarius? Can we clarify that, please? Okay. Can we clarify, please? The Strength card. Oh, okay. Alrighty, interesting. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, this to me is like, there's a lot of happiness and good and abundance and foundations being laid down. So I do think that there is something that was maybe potentially not all that good for you, or not all that good for maybe the person you're dealing with, and they're moving on to a better place, or you're moving on to a better place. All right, what else does Sagittarius need to know for June 2020? Oh, you got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Sorry, but there's a situation that is not, it is not your soulmate situation. It's not emotionally fulfilling. And this could be work too. It's like, this isn't meant for you. This friendship isn't meant for you. This, like, yeah, something isn't. And then the next card is the Queen of Cups. So you still might be feeling bitter and upset over this situation that didn't work. Give me 2 more cards, please, for Sagittarius. Give me 2 more cards, please, for Sagittarius for June 2020. Okay, you have the Seven of Cups. I mean, this card is very much about being careful what you wish for, being careful what you decide to pick and choose. So I would say really, really think about any major decisions, especially from what I've been seeing from, and I'm just going based on, I'm not an astrologer, but seeing what other astrologers have been tweeting out that right now, because of where certain placements are, I can't remember what was all in retrograde, and I'm sorry, but according to them, it's not really a good time to kind of like get into a relationship, and not just because of like, you know, COVID-19, I think just because of the way things are placed. Be careful, like be really careful getting into anything or picking anything that you're not too sure of. And I know something, and also looks like this is deceiving, right? But just make sure if you are gonna get into anything new that you've really, really thought about it. And give me 1 more card for Sagittarius for June 2020. Okay, there we go. All right, and then you have the Knight of Swords. So this is about very quick movement coming in kind of fast and intense and very much kind of out of nowhere and like very unexpected. So you could have a love offer coming in that's very quick, fast, and unexpected. It could be like after you've dealt with this whole entire situation and you've, you know, come into a better place, all of a sudden you have this crazy out of nowhere offer. And it doesn't have to be romantic, but you do have an offer that is very much going to come very fast and out of nowhere that might kind of knock you off your feet a little bit. So I'm going to do sex magic before I do your romance angels, and then it'll be romance angels and notes from the universe. All right, Sages, what do we have with these sex magic cards? I've been saying this on everyone, and I don't know. I don't remember when I started doing sex magic in my tarot videos. So, oops, sorry. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I did them on your last video, but I'm still, these ones, it's like, their meaning is a little different than like the regular ones, so I don't still know what they all mean, and I have to look at the book to see what they say. All right. Give me 4 cards for Sagittarius for June 2020. This is for Sagittarius Sun. Oh, we got one. Which looks like it's the Three of Chalices. Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. What do we have for Sagittarius for June 2020? Give me 3 more cards, please. And I don't know if it's like on purpose, but the sex magic cards feel really nice to like compared. I don't know what material they use, but these always feel really nice and cool. Okay, then you have the Two of Swords. You got a lot of swords energy. So again, and I don't know if there's, this one fell. Okay, that one's death. I know that one's about abandonment. I think that's sad. That's the only one I remember. I think it's about abandonment and like something new beginning. But I will obviously check. And when I, give me one more. But yeah, these cards always feel like really cool. And I mean like temperature wise. And then, what else was I gonna say? They like feel really sleek and smooth. Okay, and then the last one is the Knight of Chalices in reverse. So these ones I do read in reverse. I'm not sure if actually you're supposed to because it doesn't say you're not. So I read them in reverse and just say like, hey, what this means, it's the opposite. So the first one was a Three of Chalices. I am sorry if it feels like I'm just rambling. Okay. Oof. So since you got it in reverse, the Three of Chalices, I would say that there is a lack of passion. And then it says like the egg is a, because this is about passion, this card. The egg is a promise of life. It indicates improvement, success in love, and relief from heartbreak. So yeah, I think kind of based on everything I've seen with it, there might be a little bit of sadness and heartbreak and this isn't gonna work out. There's a lack of passion here, but I don't think it's like forever, obviously, because you had a lot of like, be strong, hang in there. You're going to be moving on to a better place. You are going to be in a place where you feel happy and good again. So I think you'll be fine, Sagittarius. I think this is really tiny. It could honestly be like a really tiny and small, like little, you know, what's the word? Like blimp in your, you know, romantic life. It's not anything I think to worry about too much. So you have the Two of Swords upright. Next, let's see, the Swords is after Wands, I think, in this book. Yes, it is. Okay, ooh. Alright, so this one, Two of Swords, it's about inviting. Empathy and understanding are born of promising the right things and then keeping one's promises. So, like, obviously it's like, ooh, someone might be inviting, you might be inviting like, ooh, that looks good, that looks welcoming, right? Or literally someone could be inviting you somewhere. But, this is literally saying like, you know, in order to make a relationship or anything work, you need to have empathy. And obviously, if you're going to make promise to something, you need to keep those promises. Don't be an asshole and like promise someone something and then don't freaking do it. Now, there's a difference between actual legitimate life circumstances got in the way and you were unable to fulfill a promise. But if you're purposely like, you know, telling someone you're going to do something for them and you're really not going to do the promise, like, why'd you promise it, you know? Don't give people false hope. And if someone's giving you false hope, know that you do not deserve that. Okay, so then the Death card. So yes, I was right. This one is about abandon. So, show it again. This one is about abandon. And it says temporary absence from sex reinforces your desire. A relationship undergoing a transformation. Even the end of things must be accepted serenely. So, if you are in a situation where it's kind of, you know, it's coming to an end and you've accepted it, be gracious about it. Don't have any, like, breakup. Oh, we're gonna break up. Let's have sex one more time. Don't do that. Just let it go. Because for some people really do believe, like, you know, that messes up your chakras. And if you're someone who believes in that, like, don't mess up your chakra. It's okay to go a little bit without. And then this one is the Knight of Chalices. So Knight of Chalices in reverse. Let's see what that means. Okay. Knight of Chalices, where are you? Modesty. So there's a lack of modesty. So, is awareness of oneself and sexuality born of shame or discretion? Without encounters with others, you cannot find yourself. So I feel like there's not a lack of modesty, like I said, because it's in reverse. So I think there's not a lack of modesty, and you have no problem being around other people and spreading yourself. So not spreading yourself, not like in a bad way, but like you have no problem, I think, interacting with people, and you have no problem. You kind of are very much, I think you're someone who's very clear and know what your sexuality is, and you embrace it. You don't really feel like you ever have to explain yourself, you know. But I think because you're someone who's very cool and open with it, and it's okay if you're someone who's into one night stands and hookups and friends with benefits, that's okay. I totally, like, hey, if that is something that you can handle, I say go for it and do it. However, I think right now you do need a break from it, just with that card, okay? That's all. So with that, now let's see the Romance Angels cards. Okay, please give me 4 cards for Sagittarius for June 2020. I really liked doing your read, Sag. It wasn't as, like, I don't know, Leo's and Aries, I think because theirs was connected. It was like a, Alright, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I feel like this card is very upfront, you know? So if you're in a relationship, you need to honestly discuss things, because if not, every relationship is built on honesty, and if you want something to succeed, or you need to explain to someone why things aren't working, you need to be honest. Now, if you're maybe in the talking stages, maybe it's the time to slowly start kind of saying, yeah, hey, I do like you. Don't be afraid. But again, because you have the 7 of Cups from the After Tarot deck for the, your additional messages that you need to know, I would say be very careful though jumping into anything new still. Okay, give me 3 more cards for Sagittarius. I hope, Sagittarius, you've enjoyed your read. If this resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, like I said, check your other placements and I hope they'll be up. So the next one is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So look, this is pretty much saying, like, if you want your relationship, or whether you want a relation, if you're single, if you want a relationship, and then if you are in a relationship, if you want to make it better, you need to put in the effort. You need to make the romantic gesture. If you're not putting in the work, it's not gonna work out. Like, I think some people, I'm not saying that it needs to be tough and you need to go through hardships in your relationship, but if you aren't putting in the effort, like if your person is someone who's like, hey, I would like it if we text every day. Just be like, okay, we can text every day. But then, like, let's say if you have boundaries, it's okay if you have boundaries. Just be like, hey, I can't text you while I'm at work unless it's an emergency, or I'm on my lunch break, or like, I'm taking a bathroom break. That's something maybe that you need to express to the person, or you need to say, hey, like, I like it when we text every day. Or maybe if we have a phone call, if you guys don't live together, like, I like it when we call each other once a week. Try to go get lunch, go to the movies, do something with each other, listen, communicate, put in the effort. Like, if you're not putting in the effort, there's going to be someone else who wants to. That's something you gotta remember. If you ain't putting in the effort, there's gonna be someone else who will. And who might go way up and beyond what you would have done. All right, give me 2 more cards for Sagittarius. Give me 2 more cards for Sagittarius. I don't know, Sagittarius, I really liked doing your read. It was nice. It was fun. I hope you feel the same. Okay. Yeah. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So if it's not an actual ex, like if you've been single for so long and you've really have let go and moved on from your ex, it could be something else that's blocking your energy. It could be just thinking like, oh, I'm not that good enough. I'm never going to find love again. Like if you're thinking that, you need to let go and clear that energy. Remember, you're worthy of love. And yes, you can find love when you don't feel all that great about yourself, but I feel like when you don't, I feel like it makes it easier for you to kind of jump into situations that you really weren't ready for or didn't really want. And yeah, so clear your energy. Make sure you really are in a good place before jumping into any type of relationship. Or maybe the person you're dealing with needs to let go of their ex. But if you do need to let go of an ex, heal, let go before jumping into anything. And one last romance angel card before we do notes from the universe. So if you are someone who's been used to my daily tarot post, I just want to say I'm sorry. I haven't been posting them, but they'll be back in a few weeks or so. Hopefully, we'll see. All right, and then the last romance angel card is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I think some of you, I don't know, there's a few Sagittarius that I know, and they're all kind of they have a hard time going with the flow just a little bit. So I would say if you are like the Sagittariuses that I know, it's okay to let go and go with the flow and have faith that things are going to work out, and just trust it. Trust that it's going to work out, okay? Now let's do notes from the universe, which I love this deck. It's my favorite one. These ones also feel nice too, but they don't feel the same as the sex magic cards, and I don't know how to describe it. Okay. Let's see. Give me 3 notes from the universe for Sagittarius, please, for June 2020. Not gonna lie, sometimes the titles on my videos, besides it saying Sagittarius June 2020, is from these cards. Their messages are so cute. Sometimes. Okay. Give me 3 cards for Sagittarius. You had... that's too many. We're gonna try again. Sorry. It was 8 cards. If 4 had fallen out, I would have been okay, cool. But 8, no. We're gonna be here for another 20 minutes. Okay, give me 3 more cards, please. Ugh, give me 3 more cards. For Sagittarius for June 2020. For Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, there's 1. Venus, and Mercury. Give me 2 more, please. Give me 2 more, please. Give me 2 more. I don't even think I've read them all yet. That's how many of these that I have. There's 70 of them. All right, and 1 more. I feel like everyone got this card last time, last month. So I don't know if you guys got that one. But if you get the same romance angel, if you get the same notes from the universe, that is so funny. Because there's so many of them, and I don't know. It happens. I know. When I've watched, I can't remember who it is. Is it Soul Tarot 11111? I think that's her video, her handle. I could be very wrong. I remember I kept getting the one about, like, having a big heart and... Gosh, give me this last one for Sagittarius. I just need one. One more. We might have to just kind of leave it with these two because we're at 40 minutes. Alright, we're at 40 minutes, and or I'll just select a random one from the middle. And let's hope it's one that I've never read before, because nope. Alright, so I'm gonna read all these ones first. I think Aries got this one. It's yeehaw. When it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us. The universe. I feel like that card is just very fun nonsense. That's all I have to say about that card. No, I do always think the PS part is the most important part of it, which is special orders don't upset us. And I think if you have a really good, clear idea of what you want in a romantic partner, maybe write down those things, try to manifest them, but do not manifest. I think, is it right? I don't know if it's for the whole month of June, but try not to manifest, because right now is not a good time. It might be clouded and muddy, and you might not get like a good full version of what you wanted. Okay, love in spite of it all. If you've gotten this one last month, I'm sorry. And then in the back it says, before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your best friends, and wide-eyed curiosity among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, and the first to get up, and the first to remember that it all began with a dare to love in spite of it all. Is that you, Murgatroyd? The universe. P.S. I remember the glit in your eyes, all three of them. That always makes me laugh. I like that card. All right, and create space for new love. What was I telling y'all? Though, I think this is funny. This fell out, and then, well, no, this is the one that I picked randomly at the middle. But yeah, create space for something new. And it says, when a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. When it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. I love you so much, the universe. Look, like I said, if something isn't working out for you and it's holding you back and it's not good for you, let it go. I feel like I've been telling a lot of people that if things aren't good and working out for you, let it go. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. I hope you like your read. And we'll hopefully get all the other videos out there. If this doesn't resonate with you, hopefully next month will. All right. Have a good June 2020, Sagittarius. Until next time. Mwah.